It's funny. I love watching these play. But Nees isn't here right now. It's Sandstorm versus MegD. It's game number 1. Last time these two played in the round robin, it went to game 5. Sandstorm fighting against MegD, and they're both here for their tournament life, right? You're out at 4th if you lose this set. This isn't like Godly versus Lores where there's another chance.
Oh, geez, that coveted top 3. You know?
Coveted top 3, although they all want the crown. And at this point, they worked so hard in a round robin bracket to be able to do it. And MegD's brought every one of these players to game 5.
You do say a lot of MegD sets. He's aiming for the game 5. He wants those adaptations. He wants to wear down the opponent.
Oh, man. And Sandstorm already getting a little worn out here in this first stock. Does find that side air. Doesn't travel with MegD, just wants to push him off. And airs come through, and MegD just gets to wake up ground pound. Brings it back to the stage, and now we see him with the sword. 2 end lights right away into the side air. And MegD, like, schools Sandstorm in that situation. I was talking a lot about his movement, but he did end light, walked forward, end light, jump forward, Sair. It was the most minimalistic gameplay that I've seen from MegD in a while, and it just destroyed him.
Yeah, I mean, he caught the dodge-ins like every time just because that sword neutralite is going to last a long enough time. MegD calculated everything.
Goes for the end light, Sair misses, and look at that. There's that dash jump pivot movement that I was talking about, right? MegD just put it into that side light. He's trying to catch Sandstorm in the cross-up, and he will cross up Sandstorm as many times as he needs to get his combo starter to come through, and Sandstorm manages to break the pressure, hits the end light. MegD makes it back to the stage, though, gets some extra damage, and now the extra credit is starting to pile up. Side light whiffs, though, and that boots recovery will take the stock.
So that might actually be something that Sandstorm, I could see him leaning on in this match a little bit, is his down air approaches with the boots. You said he uses down air a lot more than most boots players.
Yeah.
And because it cuts at that diagonal angle and you can active input it to stay into the ground.
Interesting.
It covers a good portion of that dash landing loop that MegD does.
I wonder if he'll go for that. All the neutral MegD loves that edge guard. We saw several highlights of that going into the Royale, where he likes to cover the side of the wall by going down, gravity cancel a neutral signature. If he misses, he touches the wall, gets his jumps back. If he hits, he gets the reversal to the spike. That downlight recovery side air is going to tack on so much damage, though, and side light comes through. And if Sandstorm goes down in this game number 1, that's bad news for the fan favorites.
That is opposed to most of the predictions that have been going on.
Yes. Even in the case where MegD comes out with a victory, I was thinking Sandstorm was going to have a strong start here. But that Nair into neutralite means MegD might actually two-stock Sandstorm here. Oh, he followed up with the dodge. He just didn't do anything off of it. Side tick does go punished, but only by a gauntlet dare. And MegD's already got more damage on Sandstorm than he does on his second stock.
Jeez. All right, so this is probably like the most dangerous of all possible scenarios, right? Where MegD can take game number 1, and he's just more benefited by longer sets than most any other player.
Oh, the only way that this could get worse is if Sandstorm goes to Demon Island. That's the only way.
You keep saying.
Dude, I can't. I can't, man.
The D in MegD stands for Demon Island.
Demon Island. Oh, it's capital D, Demon Island. Ooh. Please ban it out. Now, Sandstorm does have little legends. The Tesca was, he's probably going to stay with it. He takes out Fortress of Lions after that one because, I don't know, MegD's edge guards on the single plat maps with the neutral signature, I've seen it enough now to know that it's a staple of his play.
Really strong.
We're going into game number 2 here, and Sandstorm was looking a little weak. Let's see what he's going to do to make up for it, because MegD kind of just rolled him over. We're on Demon Island.
Oh my gosh.
Okay? I'm ready to be wrong. Let's go, Sandstorm. Show me that you could beat MegD here. Let's go.
All right, gauntlets versus gauntlets at the outset.
Yeah, falls with down air. Nice neutralite, waits on the dodge, silent recovery there. Great maximization of damage there after that dodge being gone. Gets another dodge, Sandstorm's reaching at the sky. Great start here in game number 2, and MegD trying to hit back. Ooh, 2 dares in a row into a side air weapon throw, trying to catch Sandstorm to stay grounded. And we're seeing those falling nairs that MegD loves to do. And the weight off of Sandstorm's options out of getting hit by a side air are working out so well. That dare was slick. MegD getting as much extra damage off of those stray hits as possible.
Yeah, especially like the rising dare, and he had the wherewithal to go for the immediate side air. Sandstorm did go to the other side, so it managed to avoid it, but knowing that that's a threat on the table is huge.
Yeah, that's the MegD edge guard on Demon Island. going for the side stick there. Sandstorm not only dodges through it, but takes the first stock after it, avoiding that Val side signature, which usually travels quite far on the stage, but if you go off the edge, you get that downward swinging, spiking hitbox that MegD uses so well that covers almost the entire side of the wall. But there's that down air approach that you were talking about from Sandstorm. Didn't lead to too much, but he's starting to show it off here in game number 2.
Damage starting to build up. MegD trying to cut this short, but Sandstorm determined to get as much extra credit as possible.
And the weapon throw pickup, side air, gets the gravity cancel end line afterwards, and Sandstorm running away with game number 2 here. Okay. MegD can't finish the stock. No dodge, but doesn't get the nair. Side air, because of the bounce, isn't going to knock out, but that weapon throw will secure it. So much damage went on to MegD's second stock, however.
Yeah, I mean, Sandstorm has just been doing absolutely phenomenal. I think this is kind of the reverse of what we expected to happen.
It is.
Where MegD just absolutely phenomenal game 1. Now Sandstorm having a blowout game 2.
Yeah, and it's saying a lot that Sandstorm's being able to do so well here on a stage that I personally give MegD a lot of favor on. MegD missing that neutral light, and that's just going to be that recovery. And that is a knockout combo with enough damage. It will do it. There was a bit of time where it didn't feel that way, but it's a lot stronger now than it was in the months prior, and Sandstorm using it to great advantage here in game number 2.
Apparently the D in Sandstorm stands for Demon
Island. Yeah, it's not as convincing to me because I think Sandstorm's just like great everywhere, but that's what we were talking about that earlier, where a lot of the things that Sandstorm does on boots differently is using the downlight active input to combo into end light instead of go for the D-light side air so that he could get those combo extensions. And we just saw him do so right there to great advantage. Weapon throw comes down.
All right, Sandstorm arming back up to the boots that he had primed.
Yeah, Nair Sair comes through. Nicely done. Let's see if he can catch the landing here. MegD struggling, and in fact, I think MegD might need some platforms against Sandstorm's boots, which is good news for Sandstorm. D-lights, down air.
Oh boy.
Sets him off the right side of the stage. The way the D-light side air wasn't going to knock out just yet, so he wanted to get the edge guard. MegD could get the reversal, and he does. All right, 1 stock to 1. MegD brings it back, although very damaged.
All right, Sandstorm able to knock him off and disarm him.
Oh, MegD didn't refresh to a fresh pair of gauntlets there. Ends up holding onto the damaged ones, but a good weapon spawn comes through, finds the side light, looking for the nair, dash jumping around, and he gets caught right out of the movement. And Sandstorm, I'm seeing, is not phased by MegD's movement. He's actually just looking at the cross-ups and going, well, I have gauntlet side light. It literally it like travels with his movement in that sense. And he just caught him in the middle of the dash jump cross-up and just took the stock.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And I do love that kind of classic, wait and bait, where you hit the side light, and then you're like, all right, yeah, they're going to dodge. Rather than just going for side light recovery immediately with my gauntlets, I'm going to side light, let you burn your dodge, and then uppercut.
Yeah, the gauntlet minigame of side light into what is always really interesting to see what players favor, or if they just don't favor anything, and it makes it that much more difficult to follow up after them, right? I think the most common thing that we will tend to see is when like a side light immediate recovery happens and it doesn't work. Then they do like a side light wait recovery and they wait until that doesn't work and they just switch between those two.
Yeah.
Sometimes you get the double gravity cancel side light, and that's pretty nice. But we're going into game number 3, back to the island. Sandstorm's hit like 4 siders in a row. MegD's got to be feeling the pain after getting kicked that much. And Sandstorm's kind of giving MegD a taste of his own medicine right now, I think, with a lot of these just like stray end lights and Sairs. MegD, on the other hand, is the one that's been hitting the long-winded combos.
Yeah, I mean, Sandstorm definitely took the deed to the house in the last match, and he is holding tight to that right now.
Oh, gravity cancel down like that recovery. Sandstorm sync. Look at that off the top of the stage. It's just like that. No platforms needed. Sandstorm still looking like he's platforming in the air. Takes the lead in game number 3 and has truly taken the home field advantage away from MegD on Demon Island. This is looking fantastic for him. The dare openings that you were talking about are really just cutting through a lot of MegD's movement, and he's looking lost. Ground pound nearly hits him, or nearly misses him.
Sandstorm, man, he's been going from boots to boots to boots.
That was a all things considered, a relatively early knockout there for MegD, though, right?
Yeah, he went deep for that one.
I was surprised. I was like, wow, that's there reached and it knocked out. Oh, he loves that. That dash forward, dash back, deadlight.
Damage!
And then MegD getting the double nair right afterwards. Endlight hits again, dash forward, dash back. He's just waiting to see what Sandstorm does afterwards, and he's reading right every time. That nair was even correct, if not just slightly delayed. And we're seeing Sandstorm actually start to visibly recoil in his seat from how hard he's been getting destroyed by MegD on the second stock. finally breaks it up with the Sair. Oh, recovery hits. Weapon throw misses, and now Sandstorm gets hit by the unarmed Nair. Okay, sword picked up. Daylight recovery would knock out here, right? This is like
prime territory for it.
Now for sure.
Oh, he might not even need that.
MegD's going the distance for these edge grips. Okay, I mean that's unusual. I feel like MegD's reaching further outside of the side of the stage than we've seen him all day.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he usually is happy to go for the corner guards, and his corner guards are incredibly strong.
MegD's ability to adapt in the middle of a set is crazy. I cannot believe what we're seeing. We've seen so many double Nair down airs now from center stage, and then he's doing end-light dash forward, dash back end-lights that he wasn't doing in any of the previous games, and Sandstorm looks completely flabbergasted. He's like, what? Where did this player come from? Gets down aired again, went for the ground pound. I actually like that idea, but Sandstorm's wake-up recovery was just too quick. Oh, and MegD just punches right through the movement of Sandstorm.
Yeah, Sandstorm, he was looking to try and catch that jump again with another recovery.
Oh, man. And MegD was just kind of like, wait a second, actually, I want the D back. Run Demon Island is like, yeah, this is you won one, and you only get one. Sandstorm making the movement look a little bit faster here. But Dare recovery is just going to be it, and that's a JV2. MegD destroys Sandstorm on the adaptation game.
And that now means he's on set point against Sandstorm in the elimination bracket.
Oh, Sandstorm loses one game. He's out at fourth to MegD. MegD would then become North America's representative in top 3. And we're like getting closer and closer to that that timeline that I saw, and I went, please no. I'm like, oh man. I really do think MegD is playing the best he's ever played.
Oh yeah, absolutely lights out.
If he beats Sandstorm here, he's beaten both Godly. He could beat Loris. He could just win this entire thing. That would be incredible because MegD has always come so close to the gold, but really falls short to just one player at that time who's just been able to do what he has been able to beat what he's able to do, but. Man, okay, we're on Demon Island again for Game 4. And we just saw MegD have the adaptation game, so it's Sandstorm's turn. Let's see what he can do.
Man, MegD has gotten behind that neutral light and punished with one of his own several times now.
Oh, Dare ground pound does actually end up working that time. Sandstorm tried to do the recovery off the wake up again. Downlight sider will just knock out, right? No, not enough force.
And Gauntlets, they have that side air. Gets you all that horizontal movement to get back to stage without spending your jumps.
Oh, and he misses the downlight on the landing. MegD gets one Nair, another Nair, no dodge, beats Sunlight recovery, and MegD gets so much damage coming through there. Does avoid the boots recovery. Okay, that could be it. No, he goes for the endlight off the downlight, and MegD reversals him.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
So on some of these, MegD's outspacing is just so precise.
And a little bit of I'm also thinking is Sandstorm just misplaying a little bit. Just a little bit. There are some things where he's a little bit slower. Okay, he got that breakup recovery on the Gauntlet ground pound last game, but he was too slow on it this game. And some of those end lights are coming out a little too slow, and MegD, with his spacing and his timing, is able to get out and get a counter hit way faster than he's expected. I really do think that Sandstorm needs to play a little bit tighter because MegD was behind that entire stock, and now he's got Sandstorm almost in orange.
Yeah, really just building it back up. He's 2-1 right now.
He is.
He's up in damage right now.
Yeah. Boots Headlight does knock out. Sandstorm's got a chance. Waiting for that weapon spawn to come in. Can he deny it? No. Blessed by Odin. MegD's given a sword. Oh.
It's MegD's path through this bracket is in sight. It is a clear day, no fog, bright and sunny. You can see it down there. You just gotta walk.
Oh, and the neutrals hits, and Sandstorm could get edge guard here. MegD's edge guards have been so good. He gets the rising side air, the weapon throw. He has to dodge back to the stage, and the D-Light crowd connects. Sandstorm now on tournament stock. He has to win with this stock and then win another game to get out of this elimination semifinal. MegD 1 game away from breaking in the top 3. Oh, here we go.
Taza, I can't breathe. I can't handle this right now.
Nair endlight comes through. Sandstorm taking a good amount of damage. Let's see if he gets anything started with the boots. His movement looks phenomenal, but it's going to take more than movement. You got to get some damage in. Okay, 2 stairs in a row. That's a good start. But the neutral
again, MegD has gotten behind those neutral lights so many times now.
Yeah.
It's over half a dozen, and he gets a punish every single time.
Yeah, it's just... when I'm thinking about boots on Teska's signature kit and stuff like that, covering right above his head is just not really an option that he's got. And MegD just comes flying right above him every single time. Okay, weapon throws coming in. Gauntlet's picked up. Sidelight, double sidelight recovery. Gets the nair. Doesn't get the sider though, and MegD lands with the end light. Puts Sandstorm off the side of the stage.
Oh, downlight
side air. Ground pound, that's it. MegD, 2 stocks, Sandstorm, and moves on to top 3 in the Autumn Royale as the representative for North America, the last remaining NA player from Canada.
This is insane. This is insane.
Oh, we're on the trajectory, TWK. It's almost locked in.
Oh yeah.
I'm realizing that it's less.